Yo, what's up guys? Today we're going to be doing a short Q&A video. So I'm going to first start off with the questions from my Discord server, and then we'll move on to the questions from Twitter. So the first question is, would you ever consider streaming for longer hours? Now that is an excellent question because currently I'm streaming about 3 hours every single weekday because I'm in school, I have work, and then I also am just working on content videos, the editing and all that other stuff. So ideally I would definitely like to stream for like 5+ hours each day, but I'm not at that size where I can like quit my job. I'm not full-time yet. So I'm still, I still got to work and I do with school. So it is a little bit busy, but I'm hoping that whenever, I slow down a little bit, definitely going to be able to stream a little bit longer hours than I usually do. But yeah, I would definitely want to, but it's just not the right time for me to do that. The next question is a 2-part question. And the first part is, from when you first started to now, how much growth do you see in yourself truly? I've definitely grown. I have grown a lot. Now we have like 3,000 on Twitch. We have 6,000 followers on TikTok and 300 and something on YouTube, and still growing each and every day. So I've definitely seen a lot of improvement and growth from my channels, but as a human, as myself, I have definitely grown a ton because back in 2020, I was a kid. I was young. Well, I'm still a kid, but like, I was young, and I mean, I was immature, and now it's 3 years later and I've changed a lot. I'm more mature. I am, got a better mindset, and I'm just, I've definitely seen a lot of growth. There's just a lot to think about, you know what I'm saying? And then the next question for that is, then from now to later on down the road, do you see yourself growing the same as before or more? I actually see myself growing a lot more in the future down the road, like 5-10 years, because in 3 years I've grown a ton and I'm still not even like 21. I'm still only 19 as of this video, and I really do think that I still have a lot more growing to do. This year I actually am focusing a lot on my mental health because over these past few years I've seen that, if you don't have a good mentality or your mental is just not as good as you would like it to be, it can actually harm you a lot and it's very detrimental. So I want to focus this year on really like improving my mental health and, just making sure that I can be the best that I can be. Now, this question is, how many Jack's pepperoni pizzas do you eat weekly? Now, Jack's pepperoni pizzas are like one of my favorite frozen pizzas because they're quick. $4.25 for 11 minutes. If you don't know, I've been eating Jack's pizzas for so long. I would probably say 3 to 4 times a week. It's definitely not the healthiest food choice in the world, but hey, pizza's pizza. Pizza's good. You know what I'm saying? Next question is, how long have you been playing Fortnite? So I've been playing Fortnite since 2017. My friend told me like a couple weeks or so after Battle Royale dropped about the game because he was really into it and he kind of got me hooked on it. And so, yeah, I've been playing it since 2017. I didn't play as much in Chapter 1 Season 2, but whenever Chapter 1 Season 3 came out, that's when I started playing a ton. And I was playing like 10-12 hours a day because I was just that addicted to it. Like, it's just so fun. And I'm thankful for Fortnite because I definitely wouldn't be here without the game, because this game has definitely changed my life. Next question is, what is the best thing about streaming? The best thing about streaming for me personally is being able to come home from a hard day at work or a stressful day of school or something, and just being able to relax and have some fun, meet new people from across the world. Like, I literally have met people through streaming who live in Scotland, who live in Belgium, who live in, across the US. I know a couple people that live in California, Maryland. I've met people across the world, and that is the awesomest, bro, what? And that's the best thing about it. It's just meeting new people and building friendships that you probably wouldn't have started if it wasn't for streaming, Now, this next question is, what are some of your long-term goals? A few of my long-term goals would definitely be to move out of my mom's house. I love living with her. She is amazing, but I think she would like some of her personal space because I'm always down in the basement screaming my head off. And I think she'd just like for me to, grow and not just stay in the basement and be one of those like 30-year-old guys just living in their parents' basement. Another long-term goal of mine is to be a full-time content creator, streamer, because I love doing it. This is literally like, I could have the worst day in the world and just coming home and being able to play some games with some friends, or just making content, recording videos, it's literally like so fun for me, and I just enjoy doing it because I love being able to inspire people if they're having a bad day, you know, make their day a little bit better with the content that I'm able to create, or, you know, inspire them to become a content creator or chase their dreams, because that's mostly all I want to do. I just want to make sure that people don't give up on their dreams, because I've seen people give up on their dreams and it's not good. I mean, that's pretty much it. I want to be able to inspire people in a positive way. And then another one is, will you eventually move away from Fortnite? And the answer is yes. I almost can guarantee that I will move away from Fortnite content. As a content creator, you are continually growing, you're aging, you're growing up. You cannot stay with the same thing forever. All good things must come to an end. For example, Roman Atwood, I look up to him a lot. Because I've been watching him since I was like a kid in middle school. And now, you know, I'm almost 20 years old. And I've seen, you know, when I first started watching him, he was all about pranks. He was all about, you know, he was a kid. And he's matured into making his YouTube channel a family channel. And being able to grow up, seeing him kind of switch gears from going like this fast-paced like prankster to slowed down family man is just incredible. And that's probably one of the favorite things I actually love about watching him, is that I can see how he's grown from a few years ago to, you know, just being able to see him grow. And I would love to see my channel start off with like Fortnite, me being a teen, me being a young adult, and then eventually maturing into, you know, a full-blown adult, you know, maybe even having a family one day with a family channel, something like that. You know, I would love to see the progression, and I wouldn't want to just see Fortnite for the next 10 years. So, all right. And now we're going to get into the Twitter questions. One of them is, what's the first video game you ever played? Now, my first ever video game, if I'm being honest, my first ever video game was on a PC. My first console, I didn't even have a console to start off with. I had a computer. Yeah, I remember it. It was like this big old bulky box looking thing. And it's definitely a lot bigger and different and slower than the computers we have today. But the games I used to play on that, there was this one, my mom has told me this, that the game that we used to play, but I don't know the name of it, neither does she, but it was this grocery shopping game. I don't know what it was called, but I remember we had, like, me and my brother, I think we were obsessed with it. We played that a lot. I'm not exactly sure what it was called. But another one of the childhood games that I actually first started playing was another one. It was like a Tonka truck game. It was a weird game. Yeah, and then the final game that I actually played a ton of was Spy Fox, and I don't know if anyone knows what that game is, but it was a really old computer game where you would be a spy, and you'd have to, it's pretty much like any spy movie you've ever seen. You got to fight evil. That's pretty much what it was, and, you know, it was just different. It was really fun. Those are like the few games that I played growing up, like my first games. So another one is, you become Twitter CEO for 24 hours. What do you do? Now, I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually owned a business, never thought about being a CEO. You know, I've thought about it because everyone's like, oh, I want to be a CEO of a company. But then you start to realize, what would you do? To be honest, I don't know. Off the top of my head, the only thing I would think of would be to figure out a way to get more people to stay on the platform for longer periods of time, because then you could, you know, put ads out there and get more money to bring into the company or something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to put my head into a businessman perspective, and that's all I got, you know, make money. To be honest though, yeah, I have no clue what I would actually do. It'd be interesting though. It'd definitely be interesting. And then the final question is, if you could sit down with the president of Epic, what would be the first question you asked? And what would be one suggestion you give them? The first question I would ask is, why can't I get my supporter creator code? If you don't know, I kind of got my creator code snatched from me.
Got your hat.
And It's a very long story. If you want to check it out, you can go watch my Twitch. I'll answer that question in depth. Blazer_7080 on Twitch. Links will be down in the description. I'd ask them that question. Then one suggestion I would give them would be to listen to their community more, improve, because after watching where this game is headed and everything, I've seen the Fortnite competitive space has definitely been going downhill, but I do see it in being able to increase. I've watched Cypher's video, if you haven't seen it, talking about competitive Fortnite. They can revive competitive, make it even more interesting. But the thing they need to do is listen to the community, but also think about what people would want to watch. In the World Cup days, everyone was tuned into it because you had so many different things and aspects that could change the game in a second. Having a baller, having shadow grenades, like there were so many cool items, and I definitely feel like competitive has gotten like stale, and it's because it's the same weapons every season. You know, any of the fun items that they put into regular pubs, they pretty much take out of competitive, and that doesn't make the game competitive more interesting to watch. It just kind of makes it more stale. So I would just, tell them to think about what their fans or their audience would want to watch, and whether it just be competitive or even in casual modes. You know, just see what the community wants, and just kind of put things out there for the community and see how they react to it. If they react to it well, then keep it in there or add more cool items like that. Well, that wraps it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said before, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.